Not long after Ferrari revealed its first SUV, it looks like it's also working on its first electric car. And we have some exclusive images of what we think it will look like. Yep, you heard it first here. Welcome back to Refined Wealth. In this video, we are going to give you all the juicy details and show you a render of Ferrari's secret project, the newest 1,100 horsepower LaFerrari. Ferrari has never been shy about pursuing cutting-edge engineering in the name of performance, and making a fully electric supercar or hypercar could be the Prancing Horse's biggest challenge yet. In Ferrari's storied history, the need for this level of innovation often leads to performance breakthroughs, and we expect the same in this situation. If you may ask, how can we be so sure? Well, for starters, Ferrari's CEO confirmed that he expects electric cars to make up about 5% of the manufacturer's sales in 2026. So, with that in mind, we're almost certain that plans for its first EV must be underway already. They have been vague about it, but I mean, it's common sense, right? With that in mind, Ferrari has locked in the next member of its flagship hypercar lineage as one of 15 new cars due by 2026, including an electric vehicle. This is much anticipated. Very little is known about Ferrari's upcoming hypercar, but it will likely feature a plug-in electric system and a development of the company's twin-turbocharged V8 motor. The vehicle was dubbed the supercar in product plans shown to investors overnight. As Ferrari's new CEO, Vigna brings a unique perspective to Ferrari. He used to lead the analog, microelectromechanical systems, and sensors group at ST Microelectronics. When Ferrari said he would lead the company, they said that his knowledge of the technologies that are causing the auto industry to change quickly would help the company. His experience all made him a competent leader for the electric future. But how do we know this new electric car isn't some vague promise? While Ferrari has already registered a low-order new painting for new electric car technology, this painting shows a car chassis with a massive central battery pack. There are even some battery cells underneath the floor, and most of the packers are behind the seats where an engine would normally go in. That's an exciting hint to leave to the fans. But did you know that this is the same layout Porsche is going to use for the new electric Cayman and Boxster? That new Porsche will probably come up with rear-wheel drive, but Ferrari could give its first electric car for motors and all-wheel drive, a bit like the rematch Nevera. Aside from this, Ferrari has even patented a design from a modular drive system for quad-motor electric cars. So as you can probably deduce right now, they are getting a lot of inspiration from the other leading brands of the game. If you're curious though, how strong is this car expected to be? To provide context, the SF90 or the new Vision Gran Turismo concept isn't the most powerful car in a Ferrari right now. The front wheels are actually driven by the single motor in the hybrid 499p racing car. It provides nearly 280 horsepower, which is 60 horsepower more than the combined output of the SF90's 3 engines. If Ferrari decides to install 4 of these motors in its new electric vehicle, it could yield around 1,100 horsepower. That makes it the most powerful Ferrari ever built. It would have nearly 140 more horsepower than the LaFerrari and 100 more horsepower than the current SF90. Isn't that impressive? All those potent motors are being combined into one. But how would the new electric Ferrari have performed in comparison to SF90? The SF90 weighs 1,570 kilograms and produces 1,000 horsepower. And good news for you, Ferrari's first attempt would like to be more powerful. However, you can bet it will be lighter than, say, a Tesla Model S Plaid. Although it has 1,020 horsepower, it weighs nearly 2.2 tons. That means that if Ferrari's first EV has more power than the Tesla but weighs less, it should reach 60 miles per hour in less than 2 seconds. You're like on a natural turbo on this one. If you're wondering, Will this new electric Ferrari outperform the Rimac Nevera? Don't get your hopes up for this. The Rimac Nevera is a multi-million-pound hypercar that has nearly 2,000 horsepower. Not to mention, Ferrari's first electric vehicle may not be a limited edition hypercar. So, let's still have more room to wiggle for potential upgrades on their following models, okay? It is important to note that electric vehicles tend to have a lower center of gravity than their traditional counterparts due to fewer heavy engine parts and the weight of their batteries. In real-world situations, this can improve handling, which should have us all excited about the electric Ferrari models of the future. Even so, Ferrari still intends to continue building cars powered by pure internal combustion engines, such as the SP3 until 2030, possibly by designing them to run on synthetic fuels. However, Ferrari estimates that only 20% of its car sales will be powered by a pure internal combustion engine by that time. Everything else will be electric or hybrid. This means that cars like the SP3 will become increasingly exclusive and thus more expensive. Though the good news is that Ferrari's other hybrid and electric vehicles are likely to become more popular. There's a chance that Ferrari UV might end up being much cheaper than the multi-million-pound LaFerrari and Daytona SP3. If you're wondering how much this would cost, we're sorry to say there are still no credible estimates of how much. But as expected, this would not be cheap. So save those coins right now if you want in on this. Because even if you're filthy rich, you still have to go through a few hoops to get your name on the list for this Ferrari. The EV coming in 2025 is just one piece of a larger picture for Ferrari. The automaker wants fully electric vehicles to make up 40% of its models by 2030, with ICE-powered cars only making up 20%. Hybrids will fill in the rest, and Ferrari is well on its way to reaching its goal, with electrified 296 GTB and SF90 Strutdale already in the lineup. Looks like we have some exciting things ahead. What do you guys think? Will Ferrari dominate the concept of electric vehicles as it did in sports? Can it surpass the performance of their engine-based supercars? Comment down your answers below. Don't forget to like this video. And since you're already here, you might as well subscribe to our channel and click on the notification bell so you don't miss out on great new videos. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next video.